All right, so we are current on Servant. We are all caught up and ready for our week-to-week 25-minute episodes. That's going to make us go, oh.
That was nothing.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way too quick.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this show could support hour-long episodes. I feel like it would be drawing things out too much. I get why they're 25 to 30 minutes a piece. Some are 35. But, yeah, I think it's good to know your limitations in storytelling and be like, don't overdo it. We don't want to strain our audience with, how much this is being drug out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, episode 2 of season 3 is called Hive, and of course this has to do with the beehive or the hornet's nest, or what are they?
I think they're bees.
Were they? I thought they were like...
They might have been hornets, but...
wasps or...
Yeah, wasps.
Something
wasps
like
are
that.
the aggressive ones, so they would have been stinging everybody. But I think it was a beehive.
Because
aren't they called
bees
wasp nests
to me.
Instead? Like, don't you...
Beehive.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. They're stingy bugs.
Stingy little
They're
flying bugs. Yeah.
So really, I'd forgotten to mention in the previous episode that yet again we've changed the opening credits, and this time Leanne is outside with Jericho, and there is a cult around her. She was in the attic in the second season, and in the first season, she was just behind a door. So this, or well, I think it's just Jericho really that you see.
Yeah, you don't really see her, but he's being held by somebody, which is
that's definitely Leanne, right?
Yeah.
In the third season's opening.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I forgot to mention that, but anyway, so Leanne is paranoid as fuck, and I mean I get why she is, but man, they gotta get this chick a chill pill, because she's making shit awkward, to say the least. So Dorothy is throwing this mommy get together because she is bored.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doesn't want to go out, isn't allowed out of the house anymore because of Leanne's rules. And they are still a tight-knit family. Although Julian feels fairly disconnected in this episode.
Yeah, he's there, but he's kind of away from everybody else.
Yeah. Well, he just feels like, I don't know, uncomfortable with the whole situation. Like I don't know, he does not treat Leanne like family. I know that, like, he's still odd with her because of their sexual thing and all that. So that's probably what it's, you can, attach it to, attribute it to, but he's definitely not making her feel welcome.
No, he's not.
This episode.
He's awkward with her, and yeah, I think he is just uncomfortable with the whole situation. Yeah.
So now these moms come over, and one of them is this, like, nosy bitch neighbor next door that's like, oh, your brother's an addict, and oh, what were all those ambulances doing outside your house in the summer? And we kind of thought she was getting at, like, why is your kid not dead?
Right.
You murdered your fucking kid.
Yeah. Like, right? Whose kid is that?
Yeah. So, which I understand. Like, if I had a neighbor whose kid died and then she invited me over to hang out with her kid, I'd be like, how do you have a child?
Right.
What's happening
so quickly.
here?
That's the same age. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with the mom who's asking questions. She's definitely suspicious, because it is either she's just being a bitch and is trying to spread, rumors or gossip or whatever, or she's a member of the cult. Leanne is obviously convinced that everybody there is likely a cult member.
Yeah.
She does see a scar on one of their backs while they're doing yoga.
Yeah.
But it's only one, and it's lower down, it's hidden, so we don't see how big it is, and
we don't know who it is.
And we don't. I think it might be the lady who's asking questions.
I'd have to look at her
Pushy
hair
one,
color.
But I'd have to look again too.
And her outfit. That would tell you everything. We didn't go back and look, but
No.
it'd be a quick little rewind to find out.
Yeah.
So now if it is the girl who's asking all the questions, maybe?
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe, but that's what it comes down to, right? Everybody's gonna be maybe. Everyone's a suspect. You know, it's a Scream movie.
Yes.
Everyone's a suspect. So, yeah. Anyway, there's some very awkward scenes.
Yes.
You know, the scene in the bedroom with the girl who dropped the pacifier under the bed, and of course with Mr. Happy, which is what some dudes like to call their dick. It's a real weird name for a child entertainer.
Yeah.
But he was very quick and easy to get him to take his shirt off. He's like, oh yeah, in front of all these moms.
Take it off, yeah. And of course, he has no scars, so.
No.
Leanne,
no. He was acting weird, but I think that was through Leanne's eyes.
I do too. Although I don't know why he was like advancing on her while she has scissors and is telling him to stay there.
Yeah.
It does seem like, why would you, if somebody's like threatening you with scissors or any sharp object and tells you to not come closer, you probably shouldn't come closer.
Because he's Mr. Happy.
But yeah, maybe he was just like, it's okay, like, you don't gotta be afraid of me. I don't know.
I'm Mr. Happy.
I'm Mr. Happy, and I can show you my other Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy's Mr. Happy. But yeah, I mean, really, we get a new surveillance system. She's paranoid as fuck, and the mom party happens, and I've noticed that she has a lot of attire that resembles the Pilgrims. Like her outfit in this episode looked like something from the Pilgrim days, and then her like buckled shoes in the maybe this last episode or something. I just keep noticing, and maybe that's because she's around people in that cold that would have dressed like that. Maybe they've been around since those days, and she's like, maybe. Oh, that's
fashion.
Yeah, that's what fashion is.
Well, I think even if they haven't been around since those days, I think that she dresses in the kind of plain fashion because of the same reason why she eats tomato soup and doesn't indulge in other things, although now that's changing. But all the clothes that she's wearing, we can only assume are purchased while Dorothy is with her, because they're all new clothes. None of them are old. They're all, up to date and very nice quality, they look like, at least. So...
Yeah, I mean, they're all cute on her. Yeah. It's not like, why is she wearing that
why is she wearing a potato
outfit?
sack?
Yeah. It's not that. It's just reminiscent zone. But
I agree, though. The style is very old school.
We get 3 signs on how to tell if there's a cult member. The big one's the scars on the back. The other one is the dress of how, they'll look like they are trying to dress like today. But they'll be dressed odd. And then what was the third
one? Was that they won't eat the food that they prepare because they'll say they don't eat that type of food. So because they don't eat a lot of food varieties.
Yeah, she. I don't think anybody's coming back.
No, I don't think so either. And I think that there's going to be some social repercussions from this. Mom party for sure. And that's kind of, I don't know, I'm suspicious of everyone too. I don't know if I trust Mr. Happy. I don't know if I trust that mom that was asking questions. And then even the camera guys in the beginning, seem maybe like they could be, something could be off with them.
But this is just paranoia.
But it is just paranoia.
It's rubbing off on you.
Yeah. And like you said, I think a lot of these things are seen through Leanne's eyes. So of course they're, a little bit more threatening than they might actually be. But
yeah. I mean, realistically, we're just waiting for. I think that the way the next episode or 2 are gonna go is it's gonna be Leanne's fears, the family dealing with those fears, her pushing it even further to the limits of the breaking point, and then them having to deal with that and be like, we can't fucking take this anymore. You're making this household crazy, paranoid. We put in a $6,000 security system. You know, we've checked with you about things. We're trying to have something, but we also have to have a life. You know, and Leanne seems to think like the family that she has is enough, and that, you know, they shouldn't want for more. So that is definitely going to cause some kind of tension between them as a family. But realistically, I think that's mostly what we're going to focus on in the next couple episodes, is just her being paranoid, them being like, okay, we're trying to accommodate you here. And then there's going to be other people who are very questionable. And then eventually we're going to get some kind of conflict between Julian and his new girlfriend, because Leanne's going to let it slip that they fucked. And I think that is going to also affect Dorothy. She's going to be like, wait, you fucked our nanny? Right?
Yeah. I don't think she'll be okay with that at all.
So there's gonna be some repercussions of that when whoever finds out, and how they find out. And I feel like that could put a very big strain on Julian's relationship with his girlfriend and his sister. So definitely there's gonna be some romantic drama going on there. We got none of it this episode. She was just full paranoia mode. But it's coming. I mean, the fact that his girlfriend's hanging around.
Yeah.
There's no other reason really for her to hang around right now. She's not doing anything else.
Sure.
So she's eventually going to have the drama of, hey, I used to fuck the nanny, and she's into me still.
It's also possible, I mean, that she could be a cult member herself. I mean, she's met him in rehab and, you know, is new to the family. So I could definitely see her being revealed to be like an inside guy for them, for the cult.
Yeah? Yeah, that could be a real good call. So when she sees scars on her back, and, you know, yeah.
Or when she's like, I don't eat that food.
Although I would assume Julian would know what she looks like naked.
Sure, but he might not connect it. I mean, she could easily have some kind of explanation for it that he's believing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's shrapnel from when she was a terrorist.
Oh, in that show.
She plays a terrorist in Glow. If you haven't watched Glow, you shouldn't, because they canceled it before the end. Bullshit.
You shouldn't watch it.
I love Glow, but fucking BS. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about what I think is going to happen in the next episode outside of what I just said. I don't. There's no big revelations here that I'm like, oh, this is heading in this direction for sure. No, it's just more paranoia, more strain on the family, more awkward moments, and eventually she's going to be right. And no one's going to believe her.
Yep.
Boy Who Cried Wolf is definitely going to happen within this, and she's going to piss the family off, and she's going to be like, why is it not enough for me, like for us to just be a family and all this, and you know.
That's all. Yeah, definitely a good prediction for where things are going.
Yeah. So until next week. Bye.